On this edition of Alberta Dugout Stories, the podcast, a couple of great chats with Alberta baseball products doing amazing things in the U.S. college ranks. Welcome to episode 31 of Alberta Dugout Stories, the podcast. I'm Joe McFarland. Before we get started this week, just wanted to say thank you to all of you who have taken the time to download and listen. As it turns out, May is shaping up to be a banner month for the podcast when it comes to downloads, and we're just midway through the month. We're super excited to bring you all the great stories we have coming down the pipe, so make sure you subscribe, especially with 2 podcasts coming out each week, at least for the next little bit. On to this week's episode, and we start things off with a young man who has already accumulated a plane load of frequent flyer miles. Airdrie's Kyran Weemaels has been a star with Cabrini University just outside Philadelphia this year. For the Cavaliers, he went 4-1 in 10 starts with a 4.09 ERA, en route to being named first-team All-Star in the Atlantic East Conference. He's pitched all over southern Alberta, including Calgary, Airdrie, Strathmore, and went down to the Prairie Baseball Academy as well. But as it turns out, his travels go much further than that. Kyran, thanks so much for joining us on the podcast.
Hi, how's it going? Doing good?
It is going fantastic, my friend, and great to see so many great stories coming out of this province, and you happen to be one of them, although you took a bit of a roundabout way on even getting here in the first place. And so you're born in Belgium, but you've certainly had a lot of frequent flyer miles in your life. Walk us through all the places that you've been to in your life, and beyond that is where along the trek did you actually fall in love with baseball?
Oh, well, yeah, I was born in Belgium, small town, and then my mom just always loved the American dream. She wanted to build her own business, and basically we started moving to Canada because it was a bit harder to get a green card. So we started in Kitchener-Waterloo in Ontario, and I was there for a couple of years, for 8 years, and then we moved to Aberdeen, Ohio, which is close to Cincinnati. And actually, the first week, we met some people, and they brought me to a Cincinnati Reds game. And that's where I kind of fell in love with baseball, just walking into an MLB stadium, the Great American Ballpark. And I got to see Bronson Arroyo pitch. I saw Ken Griffey Jr. hit, and Chapman even pitch. And it was just taking it all in. It was amazing. And basically, once I got back, I wanted to play the sport, and eventually got on the team, and I started pitching. Actually, this woman helped me start pitching. She kind of just told me to throw down at the strike zone, and then I was just kind of put into the game, and it kind of, I guess, it just came naturally to me. But that's where I fell in love. I was there for 2 years. Then we had to move back to Canada, but we chose Airdrie, Alberta. And that's where I kept on working at baseball and school and everything. But after that, I played a bunch of places. I was with Calgary Cubs and Strathmore Reds and Airdrie A's, and then during the summers or winters, I would go somewhere. One summer I went back to Cincinnati and played for the championships and the Flash baseball. And then I played in Florida, where the worldwide of sports is, and Disney. And then played 2 years in Arizona during the summers, during the winters. So been playing everywhere, kind of. And then after high school, I got the opportunity to play for the Belgium national team, and that's where I played for 3 years. We played in the European Championships in Hoofddorp, Netherlands, and got to pitch against the national team of Netherlands and Greece and France. And they liked me pitching, so I got to come back a couple years. And actually this summer coming up, it's U23 in Czech Republic, Prague, and we get to play there. And then we go for the seniors European Championships in Bonn, Germany. And if we win top 5 there, then we go to Italy for the pre-qualifiers for the Olympics. So we could possibly go into the Olympics if we win top 2 in Italy, and that'd be in 2020 in Japan.
What's it like being that jet setter, that person that's willing to basically go wherever it takes to continue playing and living the dream like you do?
It's just more or less just taking one thing at a time. I just finished my junior year of baseball here in Pennsylvania. After high school, I moved. Well, I was 2 years in Kentucky, and then I went back to University of Lethbridge for a year, and found this Cabrini University here in Philadelphia. It's a 3-year program, but last year we went 31-11. I was honored to be a starting pitcher, and got a couple wins under my belt and helped the team get to where we were, and went pretty well on the year. We had a really good team, just did our thing. Just got runner-up, unfortunately, this year in the championship conference, which was a little upsetting, but I know that when we come back next year, we'll definitely keep that in mind and come back next year. But with everything with Belgium and with teams and the amount of teams I've been on, just kind of learning how to be a part of a team that I kind of just get to know, and then bringing the team a little bit better if I can. And yeah, just, I don't know, just always traveled in my life. My mom's always wanted me to travel. She's traveled in her life. So just love getting the experiences and the opportunities that I've been given, and take it one thing at a time.
What's it mean to you to be named the first team All-Star in that Atlantic East Conference?
Yeah, I was really honored to see that come out with the awards. Our conference was a really good conference. We had good teams like Maquilata, Gwen and Mercy, and we had and I came in as a newcomer and just got to do my thing. In Florida, we had a week in Florida where we kind of all got tested to see where our spot would be. They knew they wanted me as a starter, but being a newcomer, they chose someone they knew to be a starter at the beginning, and then later on, I got the chance to be a weekend starter in the conference. And actually, until the championships, I was under a 2.0 ERA, which was felt amazing. I was just felt my craft and pitched my game. I had amazing fielders and team behind me that would make the outs. I'm not really a strikeout thrower. I would say I'm just kind of a guy that gets outs and makes plays. And then, it was just really good. And then came into the championships. I think everyone kind of stepped up their game, and the team that won, Gwen and Mercy, they were on a roll. They unfortunately got 2 home runs off me, and that's kind of where my ERA kind of dropped a little when the 2 home runs. I gave up a grand slam, and that's what cost us in the end, unfortunately. But I don't know if I would change much, but I know that coming back next year, I'm going to just kind of be more prepared when it comes to the championship.
That's got to be one of those things that, you've pitched enough that you've probably gone through enough of the adversities and that you know full well that to continue to be successful is you've got to put those games that are bad behind you just as much as you've got to put the good games behind you and make sure that you're focusing on next pitch, next game, that kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what you think. After the home run, I came back and shut down the inning, and then came back out and got 2 outs right away. Unfortunately, we didn't get a call on first base, so I was kept in, and I think that's when things kind of went downhill. But I don't know, you just kind of take what you saw or you did in the game, and you just kind of learn from it, and next game and prepare. Like I have now, it's Summer League, and I have a game on Monday, and I'm not really thinking about the games that just happened. I'm more thinking, like, what can I do for this team? what can I improve on, and just go out and throw my game. I know that I do throw a good game, and I'll just do my best. It's nothing. I mean, we're all human. We always make mistakes, but it's what you do with those mistakes that really define you.
When it comes to wearing your country's emblem on your jersey, that's got to be something else. We talk all the time about, especially hockey players here in this country, and how, it's so important to be able to represent your country and what it means to wear the maple leaf. What's it mean to you to have been able to represent Belgium in different world arenas as you have?
It feels amazing. It does. We always get national anthem of Belgium, and just standing up with all these guys. At the beginning, I didn't know any of them, and then now they're kind of like my brothers in a way. I get to talk to them all the time over Facebook, but it's an amazing feeling when you get back and you're in that stadium or wherever we are in Europe, and we're just playing other European teams, just upholding what we have built and what Belgium's built. Their coaches and everything are so proud, and it's just a little different culture, I would say, from like North American and Europe. It's just maybe not more. It's a bit more relaxed, I would say. Just not like I know baseball and sports here is very serious, and like hockey and everything, but there it's more. It's still on the come up, and people are playing and showing people like Europeans that don't really know the sport how to like what it is and what it takes, and it's an amazing feeling to be a part of that, and just being a part of a team that actually we've done really good since I've been there. We got sixth in the first European Championship, and then in the U23 we got third, and we beat Germany in that game, and it was an amazing feeling to be a part of that. But it's humbling as well. Like baseball is a very humble sport, and afterwards you sit down with your players and you see all the like fans that are cheering you on, and it's really amazing feeling.
You mentioned how baseball is a humble sport, and I'm curious from that standpoint, is that something that always drew you to the sport? Because I know here in Canada we put a lot of emphasis, especially on hockey. Did you feel any pressure to try to switch sports, or were you like, hey, this is baseball, this is my sport, and I'm going to do it as far as I possibly can?
Yeah, I've obviously been tempted to play like football or hockey, I've played volleyball a little because my mom was a volleyball player, and I think it just stuck by me that baseball was kind of my sport. I just knew what to do, and it just kind of came naturally more to me. And I knew that it was a gentleman's game. Just the fact that, like, I don't know, you see it all the time in the major leagues and college ball. They're about what they're doing. There's nothing really going behind the scenes, like bad behind the scenes, or they're doing what they need to do to get the job done. And it's something like baseball is a game of failure, really, because you can go 2 for 4 in the game, like hitting wise, and that's a good day. Or you have one at bat and you hit a home run, and you might have like made a couple of errors, and that's a good day because that's the winning run. Or in pitching, like you'll give up a couple runs, maybe a couple of hits, and you'll still be able to win the game. It's just coming back from something that it might not look good at the moment, but it makes you realize, I don't know, it's just how hard it is, but how grateful you are as how it works, because there's no really game that's other played like baseball in the way that there's just, you have to go around these spaces where every other sport is just 2 goals. It's just, yeah, it's a different feeling, and I just love the feel of the game, watching MLB players play and see how serious it gets. And it's, well, I think any athlete would say that their sport is it's more than just a game. It's a good feeling.
When it comes to your favorite player, your favorite team, is it safe to assume that maybe Cincinnati still holds a real soft spot in your heart?
Yeah, I would say so. I keep up with them. We're actually doing decent this year. We always do better at the beginning of the season, but I would say, yeah, definitely fell in love with Cincinnati at the beginning. Seeing such good players, and now like Chapman's in New York, and well, Votto's still there, of course, and Votto's a Canadian too, so I don't know, just seeing those guys. But I've definitely seen or gone to love like the Blue Jays, and actually this summer I'm planning to go see them, but the Blue Jays. But yeah, it's I would say the Cincinnati still holds a good portion of my baseball love, and getting to see the Great American Ballpark. I visited 13 ballparks at the moment now, and I think Great American Ballpark just has that feeling of the old school baseball where it's just easy going and you're having fun and you're eating corn dog and you're just just doing what you need to do to play the game, and it's fun to be around.
Do you have a favorite of those? Do you have a favorite of those 13?
Yeah, I would say the Great American Ballpark, the Cincinnati Reds ballpark. It's the environment just has it's invigorating. It's just inviting, and it's so happy. It's in the Midwest, and most people are really nice and easygoing, and it's got that feeling. I do love some other ones, like I went to Royals or Tampa Bay Rays, and even Milwaukee has a really nice one with overhang. But I don't know, it's just maybe that's because I'm a little biased with Cincinnati Reds, but I like it.
Any that you have on your bucket list that you really need to see sooner rather than later?
I would love to go to a game in Wrigley Field. I got to drive by it and kind of see it from the outside, but it wasn't during baseball season. So that's one of the things I would love to see while it's still running. And I'd probably want to see Yankee Stadium. Now that I'm in Philadelphia, it's like 2 hours away, so I'd love to go see that. And I mean, the Yankees are, well, the Yankees, but they still got a couple of amazing baseball players, and just to see that and see how like big the Yankee Stadium gets. Yeah, I'm not too sure.
Mm-hmm.
I like just seeing everything, and I usually collect a baseball from every baseball park that I go to. I actually built this thing in high school with basically like a whole map of the U.S., and it has like little parts where the fields are, and then I just drilled like these holes where I would put the baseballs in. Yeah, and I have like 13 now, and I've been to like Cleveland Indians, and yeah, like it's just one of those things you just live, breathe, and eat baseball.
Very cool.
Feels good.
Very cool. When it comes to life, who do you have to credit? Who do you look to for inspiration and for that guidance every single day?
Well, I would take a lot from my mom. She's always been an inspiration to me. She had a little rough childhood. She did it all by herself, going from basically from a rough childhood to being a volleyball Belgium national team player, and she got to go to law school, and she put herself through, and she's worked hard to get where she is, and she's helped me and my sister out in every little possible way she can to fill our dreams, and she helps me to be where I am now with Philadelphia, living on my own with my girlfriend here, and making Belgium happen, because not cheap to go there every year. I think she helps me a lot with everything that I could be doing, and then as like inspiration, I just take inspiration from kind of a lot of people, like my head coach now and my pitching coach. They had their good seasons, and it just means a lot when they say like, you need to respect it now, you need to love it now, because it can be over just quickly. I've met a lot of great men in this game, and just taking their stories and trying to relate it and trying to utilize baseball to give back and also like love it at the same time. And I hope when I'm older I can give back and coach for the coach for my son's team or for Little League team. And that'd be a really nice to have.
Mm-hmm. When you look at where you've been, you look at what you've accomplished to this point, what are you most proud of?
Maybe I'm most proud of the people I've met and just where I've gone to accomplish these. Being able to travel the world and play an amazing baseball, amazing sport, and meeting all these people to experience things most people don't do in their whole lives. Just I've been able to travel all over Europe, and I've even gone to like Dominican and seen baseball players, or all over the States. Is just meeting all these people and seeing where they're from, like the culture and what they believe and how much they love it, if they're doing it for themselves or for their families or for it. It just means a lot to see how much baseball can affect so many people in so many different ways. And I love seeing and meeting new people that take this game and give it their whole heart. And yeah, and just being able to go out there every day and play for an amazing team that's behind me and doing my thing. It's just an amazing feeling to go out and have 9 guys or a whole team and just have fun with your friends and everything and just play ball. It's fun. It's a lot of fun.
Kyran, it's been a lot of fun to watch your travels and to hear your stories and a little bit of baseball nerd, which I I think we all can appreciate as well. So congratulations on the season that you've had in Philadelphia, and all the best moving forward as you go through your baseball career. Thanks so much for joining us on the podcast.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
A couple of weeks ago, we highlighted one school with a ton of Alberta baseball talent, being Colby Community College. Another school that has become a favorite is Cloud County Community College. No less than 6 players from this province dot the roster this year. One of those is Edmonton's Davis Pratt, and as we found out, the 6'2", 205-pound infielder wasn't exactly expected to be playing ball south of the border. Let's talk about you from the very beginning and how you got into baseball in the first place.
Well, it's kind of run in my family. I kind of got into it from my dad. He played at Indian Hills, so he got me a glove at a pretty young age, and kind of just exploded from there. I think got in probably 10, 12 years ago playing baseball and really liked it, so kind of trumped hockey and track and all the other sports I was playing.
You mentioned the hockey thing, and that seems to be a pretty common denominator when we have these conversations is the fact that, you have the choices up here. You've got hockey, you've got football, you've got all these different sports, and yet you decided baseball. And what kind of made that light bulb turn on and made you go, hey, this is the path I want to take?
I found that hockey came with a lot of politics, and I mean, there's a lot of politics in baseball too, but I fell in love with it from a really young age, so it was a pretty easy choice for me. My dad, it was nice that me and him got to always work on it whenever we had free time. It was just a good kind of summer thing. It was just fun for me, and never kind of lost that love for the game. So,
was infield your first choice right off the bat, or where's your positional trajectory taken you over the years?
Well, kind of at a young age, you play everywhere, but infield, shortstop, second, and recently I got moved over to third. But infield's always been where I've been playing since mosquito ball. So I've grown up playing the infield and never really wavered.
Do you have a favorite one?
Well, third I think is the best, kind of the hot corner. I like. It's nice just getting the body up in front of the balls and not don't have the best range, so kind of just knock it down and throw it across, which is kind of what I like.
Mm-hmm. Walk us through your stays with both St. Albert with the Cardinals and then moving on Prospects Academy, and talk us through some of the experiences you had there.
Prospects and Cardinals was amazing. I mean, the coaches at Prospects, Jordan Blundell and all of them, Cam, Taylor Burns, they all really got me to where I am today. But Prospects, I started out playing on the black or the junior prospects for 2 years, and then black prospects for 2, and then the gold prospects for a year. But it was great. I mean, the great coaches, I think the workouts that they put together were really good and really specialized for me and all the other players, and they put together a really good spring schedule for after the winter season up in BC. So, I mean, I always loved it. And Cardinals is great. Sambo is a great organization, and luckily the last year I was there, we were able to bring home a provincial championship, and that was by far my favorite year I've ever had in Sambo, just with the team and Cam, and it was just great. I love both the programs, and yeah, they're largely responsible for where I am today.
And where you are today is, of course, with Cloud County. How did you end up there?
Honestly, it was kind of a surprise. I mean, I think I signed in late October, like a year before I came down. But it was kind of out of the blue. I was just in the weight room, and Cam came up and said, "Hey, did Cloud County call you yet?" And I kind of didn't really think any schools were going to be looking at me or anything like that, and so I signed pretty quick. I called the coach, and I think we talked maybe 2 or 3 times, and then he offered me, and then I obviously can't really turn that down. It's a great school and really up and coming, great coaches, and so yeah, it was nice that going into it you had Eric Sabrowski or Taryn Langley and all those guys kind of go, so I can talk to them, see what's up, and see how they liked it. So it seemed like a pretty good fit for me.
Well, that's a pretty common denominator. There's a few schools that Alberta kids really seem to go towards, and Cloud happens to be one of them. You mentioned the Sabrowski and especially the guys from the Edmonton area. So that's got to make that transition over to post-secondary a little bit easier, knowing that you have a few aces in your back pocket that you can go to and get advice from, whether it's in baseball or whether it's in school.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I talked to a few of them quite a lot just to see how they liked it, what I should expect, and kind of just the general what's up about Cloud. And from what I heard, what they told me, I really liked it, so it was good.
Talk a little bit about the mindset that you had going into school, given that, as you mentioned, you weren't really expecting to sign on anywhere. And so did that kind of change your perspective on things and make you go, all right, I got to kind of take it a day at a time and maybe kind of appreciate it, because this wasn't exactly expected right off the bat?
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, coming in, you hear, like, they can tell you, but you never really kind of understand it until you actually live it. So, I mean, it was a total new experience for me. And, I mean, the workload it's uncomparable to kind of Samba or kind of the prospect. Like, it's a constant grind, but I mean, I loved it. And yeah, you just you got to appreciate it, because once you get to kind of your college, you only, like, your days are numbered playing, unless you kind of go on from that. But so yeah, you just got to take it one day at a time and kind of just appreciate it.
And you've certainly taken advantage of that for sure. I mean, just looking at the straight up numbers, you're hitting over 300. You got a few home runs. You got a couple of RBIs in the mix. You've stolen a few bases. I mean, it's been a pretty successful first campaign here with Cloud. Yeah,
it's been okay. I mean, I was never really a power hitter until I've kind of somewhat transformed to somewhat a power hitter, I guess you can say. But I mean, the metal bats could probably play a big role in that. But yeah, I know we had Brett Becker. He was our hitting coach for a little bit, and yeah, he kind of changed my approach in a way which I think really helped me out. So yeah.
I was going to ask, what changed in that? Was it just a simple little move in mechanics, or was it something bigger in terms of, your approach to each pitch and each at bat? Or talk us through the change in mentality that's allowed you to have a little bit of success here.
I think I used to kind of just not really have too much of a load, and now I kind of have a leg kick, and so that was kind of hard to grasp at start getting your timing down and stuff. But yeah, adding that and definitely changing my approach. I mean, down here you see a lot more off speed and a lot more velocity, so you kind of got to sit on a pitch and then kind of battle up with 2 strikes. So I think that just learning that, find my pitch to drive, and then not kind of spitting on the pitches that I don't want early in that bat, and then kind of changing once you get to 2 strikes in a way. So I think that has definitely changed from the Northwest League. Because Northwest, you're pretty much either getting a fastball or a curveball, most likely fastball. So I think just having to learn how to hit the off speed or sit on off speed or kind of spit on the off speed is a big adjustment that I had to make down here.
What have you set for goals baseball-wise for yourself?
Well, obviously I wanted to, coming down here as a freshman, I wanted to get in the starting lineup and be kind of a middle-of-the-order hitter, and kind of stay consistent was the biggest thing, and I think that's something that I still really need to work on. But, just coming down here, I mean, it's not too often that freshmen come down and start, so I think that was a big goal for me, and just to be kind of a positive impact on the team, both on and off the field. So just being able to help out my team and not be kind of like a burden, or just kind of help them out and help them win some games. So
Yeah, it's certainly done that. Anybody you'd like to give a shout out to? Anybody that you feel has been an inspiration to you, or someone who's kept you rolling that really deserves a big shout out?
I'd have to thank all my prospects, Samba coaches. That's Taylor Burns, Cam Houston, Aaron Laverado, Jordan Blundell. They've all done amazing for me. They were talking about me to clouds. That really got me down here. And Taylor with his workout programs, I mean, that's a huge thing that kind of got me in shape and being able to stay healthy and not get injured over the years. And so, just helped me with my swing, defensively, speed. That's all them. So that's who I'd really like to shout out to them for getting me where I am.
Well, it's great to see what you're doing, where you are now with Cloud. Davis, thanks so much for joining us on the podcast, and all the best for the rest of this season. And looking forward to you coming back home at some point, maybe during the summer.
Yeah, no, for sure. Thanks a lot for having me. I should be home pretty soon. Hopefully we can go to Wichita and hopefully even Grand Junction. But, I should be home in the next month here. But thanks a lot for having me.
That'll do it for this edition of Alberta Dugout Stories, the podcast. We want to thank both Kyran and Davis for joining us. We also want to thank you again for downloading and listening. We recently got a couple more 5-star ratings on iTunes, making a total of 15. If you're a regular listener, take an extra minute and give us one of those or a review, as those kinds of things help spread the word about the podcast. Thanks again for all of the love, regardless of the platform, and we'll chat again next week.